Hey, I'm Weekend Gabe, and you're checking out Weekend at Gabe's, and thanks for checking out this latest episode. While you're here, also follow us on these social medias at Weekend Gabe, at Weekend at Gabe's, and also at The Real Sam Crane. Thanks for checking us out.
I'm
Absolutely.
gonna reset. I'm the real Weekend Gabe. I gotta fix that. I'm the Weekend Gabe and the real Sam Crane here on Weekend at Gabe's. Don't forget to follow us on Weekend at Gabe's, Weekend Gabe, and the real Sam Crane. Joining us now, one of the hip hop veterans of the Chicago independent music scene. I am so excited to have her back. She was on our cipher. Once a month cipher over at Loyola on Radio 1 Chicago. When I was there for 5 years, however long, she would come up and rap with us. Super kind, always pleasant, and I'm glad to have her to talk about her new album, Millie. Millie Mango joining us here on Weekend at Gabe.
Right.
Good evening. Good
Oh
evening.
no,
How are you?
we're like cricket. I'm wonderful. I'm absolutely
You
amazing.
got it right there.
How are you,
It's good.
Gabe?
I'm good. You're straight. The camera's straight. You're good. Just stay in the
Wonderful.
frame.
And you guys can like hear me.
Yeah,
you good.
Yeah, you're great.
Excellent.
Well, it's great to see you. It's been a long time. I know this isn't a virtual space, but I think it was like 3 years ago or 4 years ago when you came by and visited us, and you performed as part of our cipher, and you were fantastic as always. So I'm glad that you have this new record out, Millie, and it's fantastic. It's super enjoyable. There's a lot to unpack. So talk a little about how excited are you to finally get this out?
First of all, thank you so much, Gabe, Weekend Gabe, the legend from Chicago. You know, I've seen you in a virtual space now for the past year or two.
Yeah.
You know, seeing you bring a child into the world. You shared that with us so generously. We see your young man that you're raising over there, and then definitely remember being in the cipher, coming by there, how that happened. I don't even know, but I definitely appreciated it. Appreciate the experience, appreciate the exposure, appreciate the energy exchange, and being able to be called on to like be that artist that I know I am, and that I'm consistently like working on carving out and putting out into the world. So yeah, so to your question, to the project of being able to put that out, I feel great. I feel good about the release. I can't help but feel good to put something out that's a nice cohesive body of work. There's just so much more still that even that's already recorded, that's kind of just on the back burner, that is just waiting on me to put certain steps forward on it. That I can't front and say like I just feel great about the release, because I still feel like, damn, I still don't feel like I'm making myself known or like I'm fully expressing myself. But I know to the outside world it's a different experience. Like you said, like it was something to take in, and maybe you had questions about it enough to like bring me on. So I can't complain. I feel good about the release, but I also still feel like I'm holding a lot, and like there's a lot that hasn't been fully expressed yet, even by me. So I'm excited to see more from me.
I love it. First off, the album cover is absolutely gorgeous. So you look great on the cover. So I'm glad that really represents kind of the feel and the vibe of the album itself. Let's talk about Iowa Rockwell is the sole producer on this. You and him link up together. Talk about that collaboration and how he helped shape your vision of what you wanted to do.
Okay, so yeah, Iowa Rockwell, he produced it entirely. That's every beat on there is his, and then the sonic final mastering of it, that's him too. But we worked pretty much hand in hand, like brother and sister on that project, pretty much even down to every beat. I didn't write until there's only one song on there that I just wrote and was like, this is what I came up with. Every other beat on there, he and I decided a concept for it, and I actually stuck to those concepts and wrote in the framework of those concepts, which was really interesting for me, because that's not really, I like kind of to do that, but that was a whole project of that. So he and I definitely worked pretty closely in terms of like that, but the writing, that was just all me. I pretty much wrote it, and the beats was all him. He already had all those beats. It wasn't like he made those with me there. I've been around him while he made stuff before in sessions, like, but that was just all stuff he had that I kind of picked out.
Yeah.
How did y'all build a relationship together? Like, what was the origin story of how y'all got linked up?
And then, like, I want to remember that question. Is that like someone in your living room just standing watching the show back there?
That's Spock. That's Spock. He never
Because like
misses
I know
a show.
I know Gabe and everything. Now he invited me on now. Now you and I, we meet before because you got this Freddy Krueger doing the back. You know, I'm trying to see what's going on.
He definitely has the blaster on him if it's problems. So I do feel
not
like
the blaster.
You know, I feel safer with him here. But yeah, that is Spock. He never misses a show. He's always on time.
Damn. Wow. Okay. The origin of the relationship, you said?
Yeah, like how did you guys link together professionally?
So that would go to this brother named Crave Chicago. Crave Chicago, man. He's an artist. He's a muralist. He raps as well. He studies martial arts and does comics and graphic novels and is all deep into like Marvel and has his own superheroes actually that he invented. They're like the first. Yeah, I'll let him tell you guys about that stuff. But yeah, his name is Crave, and basically Crave and I we linked up, and then Crave introduced me to his cousin Iowa Rockwell earlier this year. Iowa Rockwell and I just met in January because he and I just met in January.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I actually really I'm glad that you brought up Crave because that was actually one of my favorite records on the project.
He's on the project.
Yeah, definitely one of my favorite records. Some bars on there for sure. He mentions, if he ran the country. I was just wondering if you ran the country, what would be one thing that you would do?
If I ran this country?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would pretty much give everybody give them like 10K a month, 5K a month or something cool like that. Just give everybody like 5K a month. Like,
I vote for
unless
that.
You're like, you know what? Even if you're a narcissist, fuck it. You can get it too. Everybody can get it. Like, I want to be like, these certain people can't get it. But yeah, if I ran the country, and I would just promote more positivity in this whole country. And I would actually promote things for our health so that we could all raise our frequencies and vibrate at a higher frequency throughout this country. And that's my promise to America.
Billy Mango for bread. I'm here for it. 5K a month for everybody. I'm in.
Yes, right? Doesn't that sound so
good? Millie 2024. I like it. You know.
Oh, that has a ring to it. I like that. Right, just something.
Throughout the record, there's like all these little tidbits of information, and one of them is that, and this is something that you've been vocal about, is like the belief in yourself to keep, pushing, keep recording, keep, even when it looks like the chips are down and no one's listening, to just keep recording, keep putting yourself out there. And what is that motivation? What is the battery that that powers you to keep plugging away? Because you've been recording, I don't know, for 10 years or so. I know I found so many articles from the reader, you performing, 2011, 2012. So you've been at this for a while. So I love your ambition and also your motivation. But what is it that keeps motivating you to keep coming back and putting out new music?
I mean, Gabe, my crack habit doesn't pay for itself. You see these clothes? I'm a functioning addict, so I gotta look nice. No, I'm totally kidding. But you know what? It really comes down to, because I actually recorded a freestyle this morning, and what it comes down to is that what brings me back to that is that basically my voice, basically, it does help me. It does it helps me. It guides me. Like when I create, even if I'm just doing like BS and on the mic, if it's just one of those recordings, like it just something even about that still just does help me feel like at least I know my truest energy for the day, especially because a lot of the stuff I've been doing recently for the past like year, even longer, has been freestyle. Just like a lot of like freestyle energy just from the house. And I don't know who's really listening to that, but some people do. But it's for me. And so I guess the motivation is just like, there's definitely a motivation of like my overarching dreams, but like on a more personal tip, like, yeah, it's just, it does, I guess it's therapeutic. Like a lot of artists say, like, it's therapeutic for us, or it just helps me. Like if I don't do it, I do feel kind of crazy. And then I notice when I'll be like, oh, I haven't really recorded for like a few days, or like I'm slacking on like my shit. And then when I kind of get into it, that kind of alleviates, and then magical things come from it. So I just know like, well, damn, all this magical shit can't be happening for no reason, even if it's not as magical as I want it to be or if it's whatever the fuck, like it's still been rewarding for the most part. And I just have to honestly remember that. So thank you for asking me that, because that helps me just reaffirm it for myself and hopefully for like maybe another artist, because this shit is not easy, but there's real motivation there for sure.
Do you feel like you're sort of like boiling over with like things to say? Like do you feel like it's got to be back to the lab, next album recording, or are you just you're gonna let this one ride for a while and get back to it when you feel like it?
Oh no. Oh, no. We lost Millie. Well, hopefully, there she is. She's right back. There she is.
Sorry, you were asking right at the beginning of your question, and I got somebody tried calling me. Sorry.
No, you all good. I was just saying, like, do you feel like you're boiling over with things to say? Are you straight back to the studio looking to record another project, or are you gonna let this one ride for a while and see where it takes you?
Millie, can you? Oh, I think every time someone calls, it just knocks her off. So you might need.
Yeah.
Millie, you need to put that D&D on.
I just turned it on. I just turned it on.
So Sam was on me about that.
So sorry about that.
It's all good.
Okay.
But are you gonna let this project burn a little bit, or are you ready to jump into the next thing?
I'm super ready to put the next thing out. Not literally, like, but figuratively.
Got it.
Word.
Well, one of the things that you talk a lot about the men in your life in this project a lot, and some of them ain't always great. So
wait, did I? I guess I did at least a couple of times.
I think there's some there's some moments where you talk about like your future husband and.
Oh yeah, with the AK-47.
Yeah, there you go.
It's just symbolic.
Is Millie ready to settle down now that you're sort of fantasizing about what a married life can look like?
It's like, that's not really complicated. Okay, so basically, yes, it's like I think I am. Then sometimes when I feel like it gets closer to me, or I see pieces of it, then I feel like, damn, I have a long way to go before I'm ready, before I feel fully prepared and equipped as a woman to play my part in that type of relationship. Not so much that I'm not ready to settle down. I'm ready to settle down. I'm not even really entertaining anything unless it's geared towards settling down. But I also feel like there's so much like healing and just creative, personal stuff that I'm just now starting to have more bandwidth, like psychologically, to embark upon, that I want to be respectful to that. So it would just have to be respectful to that. But I'm definitely like into that. I'm actually, yeah, that's what I'm like into, but I'm not into it. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we definitely want you to be happy. So we hope that you
can.
Oh
my God, thank you.
That whether or not you're with that person or future person, hopefully you'll find the right person.
Yeah.
But what I love about the record too is like this independent spirit. You're just like just grinding, hustling, doing what you need to do to support your clothes or other fetishes that you enjoy. So, you know, and I think that comes across a lot. How important is it to project that, though, that independent spirit of like getting it however you can get it, you know, obviously legally, but but out there, like not waiting for someone to like help push you, but you getting it out there by yourself.
Well, I don't know if it's about how important it is to project that as it is important to just be myself in any given song that I'm participating in or
Right.
fully writing, because it's like, if that's what you're hearing projected in the music, then that's probably what I'm actually like dealing with. So
Sure.
just trying to be like honest in the music, even if like I cringe at some of it, or if it's like a little corny sounding or whatever, it's still just genuinely, that's just what it was at that time. But like, I think it's also like to your question specifically, it is important to project the basically positive energy and pride in being an
Right.
independent artist, I guess, because it's like putting positive energy around it and just embracing it, and to the point that it's like being rapped about or sung about. It just, but it just is what it is too, and that's like kind of a harsher reality at times. But I guess I really am just being asked to focus on like the good and those that like totally see me 100% and like love me and like, you know what I'm saying? Even if they like don't even know what I even really do, like they just like love me. But then there's also like the support that I have, that people really know like what I specifically do in certain areas, and I just have to focus on that and not so much like the fact that I'm like a starving artist at points, or like struggling to still be seen at certain levels or whatever, because I'm trying to like get out of those types of mindsets. But the independent artistry, shit, it's important to project it, and I'm proud of it. It's a cool thing. There's a lot of really, really dope independent artists that is just so inspiring, like Bandcamp. Like when I see that number when I go on their homepage sometimes, and it's like Bandcamp has, you know, processed over $883 billion for independent artists just this year. And you're just like, damn, like artists are raw as hell. Like this is raw as hell. Like let me get in on this, because this is what I kind of naturally do. And like, let me just like, yeah, let me believe in myself too, you know, because different artists really make it and make waves. So it's important, I guess, to talk about it in the music.
One of the ways that you displayed that spirit was with the video for Off Top, which is out now. Talk about shooting that one and stabbing whoever that was in the back.
Yeah, stab that guy. That op. Yeah, stab that op. Look, it's extremely challenging for me to be in that position, because I come from such a different place in music. Like, I come from such a different place in music. That song is super interesting to me, you know, because it's kind of like basic, and I don't know, I even told Iowa how I felt about that song, but we made way for it, because in the midst of the whole project, it's fine. It's fine to express myself that way too, you know, in the midst of so many other things being talked about in this project. So, but that video, that was pretty cool. That's actually somebody that I'm not even going to actually say that, but that's somebody that I know, obviously, because he's in the video, and I stabbed him allegedly in the video. It was fun. It also was a hassle trying to find somebody to shoot the video. Like, and I like had money to pay them and everything, and it just seemed really weird. I was like, what the fuck? Like, why won't somebody like shoot this video? Like, sometimes I think I'm being like blackballed, but I don't think I am. I think that's like an excuse, and if I am, like, I'm gonna get through that shit. But the video, it was challenging because it was kind of a lot of pressure on me. It was kind of like just me planning the video. It was challenging, but it was a good challenge. And then actually doing it, like me just figuring out what I'm gonna wear, how I'm gonna do my makeup to present this image to the world from a song.
Right.
What?
It was kind of hectic. It was interesting though.
Word. One last question for me before I kick it back to Weekend Gabe to wrap things up. But I was looking at your Twitter and you was talking about you was going outside to get the bugs high. And I brought to my mind an important question that we like to ask here on Weekend at Gabe's. If you had to be in rotation with a bug, which bug would be chillest to smoke with?
Is that that's a real question you guys ask here?
No, I'm just kidding. That's unique to you, but still I do want to know.
A bug like a spider, an ant, or like a famous
or like a ladybug,
because there's also famous bug characters.
Yeah, like the bugs from A Bug's Life. I don't know. What I'm thinking is like it's a real.
I can tell you right now, I would want to smoke with the caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland so that he could talk to me, tell me whatever you gotta ask, we gonna smoke some kush from Chicago, and you gonna tell me who are you, and we just gonna get high. That's gonna be that's the bug I want to smoke with.
Caterpillar got the munchies too. Like as soon as y'all done with the set, she eating up your whole fridge.
Yeah, and why do I keep mixing him up with like the gluttonous German caterpillar? But that caterpillar was from It's a Bug's Life, not Alice in Wonderland. Two different famous cartoon caterpillars.
Well, I don't know how I top that question, so I'm not. Millie's the new album. It's out there on all digital streaming platforms. Is it also on your Bandcamp as well?
It's not on my Bandcamp, and it's funny you asked that because I actually had an issue signing into my Bandcamp today. They want to verify through an email all of a sudden, and I'm like, what the? Just let me in. Just let me in. I got the password. Like, not today, but no, Millie is not on my Bandcamp, but it is on Apple and Spotify, and it's on YouTube. And if you go on my Bandcamp, there's a ton of shit that I would love you to hear. So that's totally fine too. But yeah, the album, this project with Iowa, this collab, great collab. Super glad that we accomplished that. I learned so much working on that project. So I know it's like a milestone as well as a stepping stone. And I'm not mad at that.
It's a wonderful listen, Millie. You should be really proud about the effort. It's fantastic.
Thank you. For real.
We really look forward to. Hopefully, we'll see you on stage sometime this summer. If you're able to land on someone's stage, we'll definitely be out there to support.
Thank you. And even if that stage is from my Instagram, and I'm doing another Instagram live of the Millie Mango show or more official moments with Millie Mango, we're gonna summon Millie Mango and we're gonna see who she is, because you know what? There's so much in me the world needs to see, and it's some extraterrestrial shit. It's gonna be some good times this summer. So I'm looking forward to it. So just pull up, Gabe. Just pull up. You can bring your son and you too, but Spock, he has to stay.
He gotta stay. Yeah, nah. He don't travel good.
I was gonna ask, is this a family fun show, or like do I need to turn on the lights show? I was just trying to figure it out.
I know. No, it's nice. It's a nice touch. Thank you so much for inviting me. To be.
Appreciate you so much for joining us. The new album out there is Millie. Go get it. Put it into your life. You'll be a better person for it.
Yes. Oh my God. Thank you. You
enjoy
too.
the rest of the evening. Appreciate checking in.
All right, peace and light. Oh yeah, the Star Wars. I can't do that.
Star Trek.
Star Trek. I can't even do it. I'm gonna just log off. All right, I'm gonna head out.
All right, good night. All right, Millie Mango joining us here on Weekend at Gabe's. Millie's the new album. Go put it into your life. Like I said, it's a really enjoyable listen. She worked really hard on it, so go support a Chicago artist. Like she said, starving, struggle, like just independent, grinding, DIY. You heard her talk about putting the video together, everything about that video, and then end up stabbing somebody. So she's working hard. She's doing everything that
absolutely.
All right, coming up on Thursday, we have Gyroscope and Montana Max. Maybe Montana Max might be joining us. They have a new project out, and we're gonna be checking in with them. And then, do we have someone else lined up
for Thursday?
Yeah,
I'm not. Oh, we do. We have Trill Teo's guest. I haven't had a chance to listen to his album yet, but we've got him on, and we will drop the flyer tomorrow on Weekend at Gabe's. So it's sort of a mystery right now, but we are about to uncover some gems.
All right, fantastic. So another great night for independent Chicago music here on Weekend at Gabe's, where Chicago comes first. All right, don't forget to give us a follow on these social medias, Weekend Gabe, Weekend at Gabe's, also The Real Sam Crane. Subscribe to us on YouTube. We definitely would appreciate that. And also across all the social media platforms. Don't forget to support, share, and show love. You'll be a better person for it if you do all three. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Go Bucks. Milwaukee, hold it down. Let's lock this game down. Run Chris Paul up out of here. Let's do the damn thing and bring the chip back to the Midwest.
Not on your mama.
I'm about to flick it over right now. All right, everybody, enjoy the rest of your evening. Thanks, Sam.
Peace.
Hey, I'm Weekend Gabe. Thanks for checking out this latest episode of Weekend at Gabe's. Click on any of the links swirling around my head and also hit the subscribe button while you're here. Thanks for checking out us here on YouTube.